India are 78 for 4. We are in over number 12 as Hussein to moves in round the wicket to bowl to the Indian captain Hardik Pandya, who won the toss and decided to bat. Hussein round the wicket, bowl to Pandya, swept, taken on the pad, and there's no run. The ball trickles out into the offside. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. West Indies are putting in a masterful display in the field here as India are in big trouble. 78 for 4. The final delivery of over number 12, Hussein round the wicket to bowl to the Indian captain Hardik Pandya in short outside the stump. He tries to cut it, trickles into the onside. The West Indies cannot prevent the single as Pooran run from behind the stump, field shy at the stump, and the batsmen are through for one. 79 for 4 at the end of over number 12. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. So India, having won the toss and decided to take first strike, are in big trouble here at Guyana, at the Guyana National Stadium in Providence in Georgetown. The batsmen out Kishan for 27, Gill for 7, Surakuma Yadav run out for 1, and Samson just been stumped by Pooran off the bowling of Hussein. So after 12 overs, India winning the toss and decided to bat are now 79 for 4. And Victor Arden is saying, where can I watch the game? I do not know what to tell you, boss. I have gone, I think I'm watching it now on Live Cricket TV. If you have an Android phone, you can download it on Live Cricket TV. And the reason why I'm just coming on is exactly that. I have to search through so many channels and so many options before I could see the game live. As Joseph now starts the 13th over, he'll be bowling to Pandya. Bowl to Pandya, who whips this off his pad down to the fielder on the long leg boundary, and they go through for a single. The score moves up to 80 for 4 in over number 13, being bowled by Alzari Joseph. That one was 143 kilometers per hour. He has so far gotten 1 for 14 from his 2.1 overs. All the West Indies bowlers have bowled well so far. I was just disappointed that Myers was given an over that went for 12. As we watch, Varma as comes into strike now. He's on 30 from 27 deliveries. Hardik Pandya, the Indian captain, is with him, who's on 3 from 4 deliveries. Joseph just making some adjustment in the field. West Indies doing well so far as he moves in over the wicket. Bowl to Tilka. Varma cuts outside the off stump through to the keeper, and there is no run. The score remains on 80 for 4. The run rate just about 6 runs per over. So Hardik Pandya is on 3, with him Tilka Varma. A lot has been said about Tilka Varma after the innings that he have played. So welcome to the show, everyone. I'm glad that I'm here. I'm late. I apologize for being late, but I could not get a live stream. Finally, I have a live stream and hope it stay with us. 80 for 4. Varma seconds as Joseph moves in over the wicket. Ball to him. He swings his high in the air as he got the distance. Let's see. He's out, caught. It's dropped. Was the drop there? He never got the distance. They went through for 2. So the man at mid-wicket and the man at long on, both of them trying to converge on the delivery. It appears that McCoy got a finger to it. Let's see the replay and let's see what will happen here. So he swings his high in the air. He never got the distance. It travels a long way. McCoy got there. He should have taken the catch. McCoy should have taken the catch. He did a tremendous effort to get there, but once he got there, he needed to take that catch, and good work though. Good backup there by number 53. Is that Brandon King? Good effort there to prevent the boundary. Varma moves up to 32. Joseph now moves into him. Over the wicket, ball to Varma. Yorker, he dug it out, clipped it into the onside. King comes off the mid-wicket boundary field and send the return in, and the score moves up to 83 for 4. Brilliant, good effort by McCoy to get there, but I think once he got there, he should have taken the catch. But good work to get there, but he should have taken it, especially Varma looking dangerous. And if West Indies had gotten that wicket then, India would have been in further trouble, and you could have said that West Indies were in total control. They are 83 for 4. That is India, after winning the toss and batting. So the long on comes off the mid-off, the long on comes off the long off boundary, and he's coming to mid. Oh, they're sending him back again. So some work there for McCoy. I think he was at long on to the left-hander, so he's now at long off to the right-hander. So let's look. It's a short third man and a covered, an extra cover. Those are the two fielders in the circle. Joseph still not quite satisfied with his field. He's adjusting someone on the onside as he now moves in and bowl to Pandya, and Pandya drives back down the pitch. The bowler fields stop it in his follow through. Good work from the man coming across from extra cover and preventing the single. So Hardik Pandya was on the front foot there, driving straight back down the pitch. Joseph got a hand to it, and the man coming across from extra cover did some good work. He slides in and prevent the batsman from going through for a single. 1 for 17 so far, Joseph, as he's about to bowl the final delivery of his third over. He's going to move in now to bowl to Hardik Pandya. His captain at the Gujarat Titans. Short, slower delivery outside the Ashton. Pandya cuts. It goes down to the fielder on the boundary, who dives to his left hand field, and they will go back for the second. 85 now for 4 at the end of over number 13. The run rate is just 6.5, and West Indies not doing poorly at this time. So Victor Dan, I hope you get it. We can win this. I think so too, Marisa. I think so. Good morning, everyone. Skies come, skies go. Yeah, it was a brilliant run out, Mr. Casanova. Thank you for being here. During the innings break, we'll be joined by a gentleman by the name of Dwight Chatu. Yes, Dwight Chatu had promised that he's going to join us during the innings break. And he believed that he have the fix for West Indies cricket. And so he will get a chance to make his presentation. You know, on this channel, we are open to all opinions. We provide the platform for persons to give their opinion. Hussein goes over the wicket, ball to Varma, and Varma pulls this down to the man at a wideish long on. They go through for a singer. Was it a yes? They go through for a singer, and the score moves up to 86 for 4 in over number 14. So 86 for 4 in over number 14. Hardik Pandya is on 5. With him is Varma on 34. Hussein in his third over, 1 for 12 so far. He got the right-handed, that right-hander that just went now, Samsu, stumped by Puran. And again, he celebrated. He must have heard us. And he's saying more things to talk about. Bowl to Hardik Pandya, who's just stand up in his crease and force this out into the offside. The man at backward point ran to his right and field, and they're through for a single. 87 for 4 in over number 14. Hardik Pandya is on 6. With him, Tilka Varma on 34. I said India won the toss, decided to bat. Ravban Powell said at the toss, the pitch is expected to play better and better as the days goes through. Over the wicket, Hussein, bowl to Tilka Varma, who's on the back foot, and he strokes it down, forces it down to the man coming off the long on boundary, and the score moves up by 1 to 88 for 4 in over number 14. So Powell at the toss, said that the pitch is expected to play better and better as the day goes by. So that is left to be seen. So apparently he would have batted second. Hardik Pandya was very arrogant as round the wicket go Hussein, bowl to Pandya, who strokes this again down to long off for a single and ticking over the score here, 89 for 4 over number 14. He was very arrogant, and they made one change to the team. I must tell you that West Indies have gone into the match with the same team, while India claims that they lost the match because of some simple mistakes, so they are going to play the same team again. Please slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. The arrogance with this Indian team continues, but if West Indies can just find it, over the wicket goes to bowl to Pandya and Tilka Varma, and he swept this one down backward of point for 4. So a reverse sweep there by Tilka Varma, and it goes into the backward point boundary for 4. The reverse sweep, then, if you are saying it was a switch hit, I'm sorry about that, it was a switch hit, but the original fielding position was backward of point, or you could say that was backward of square leg, because the switch hit turns the position into backward of square leg. But it was 4 runs. Good shot there. 93. Sorry about that. 93 for 4 in over number 14. The final delivery of over number 14 to be bowled by Akil Hussein. He comes round the wicket, bowl to Varma, and Varma on the back foot, just standing and forcing it past the umpire, to the left of the umpire, down to the man and the backward square leg boundary. They move through for a single. At the end of over number 14, India winning the toss and batting, or 94 for 4. Good morning. Thank you, Kurt. Good morning. Big up. I see you are late. Having internet problem again. Or also, I think Joseph should be rested. I hope he's resting for the three T20 and they play Thomas. I hope he rests for the other 3 T20 and they play Thomas. It wasn't internet issue this morning. It was that I could not find a feed with the live match. So it appears that something has to happen. So there was no feed that I could find for the live match. So there was no internet issue this morning. Kirk Ahmed didn't know. So thank God there wasn't any internet issue this morning. But then there was no feed. I could not find any feed. I await to hear his proposition. Yes, Merrick, please do, and please ask him some question. He should not just come here and just make a presentation and just go away with it. I heard he's a very bright chap, and I heard that he has a lot of good ideas. So let's test how those good ideas are. We welcome him, allow him to make his presentation, but there are many questions that we will definitely are going to ask him. And I'm just asking you in the live chat to please ask him some questions. As Varma is on 40, Hardik Pandya is on 7. The current run rate is 6.71. So McCoy to bowl is third over. I just didn't understand why Myers was asked to bowl a over. I could not understand. So let's watch. The over went for 12. Varma faces up to McCoy. Down the leg side, he swept. Oh, McCoy got away with that one. It was down the leg side. If he leave it alone, it have gone through for a while. But they decided and thought that this was a boundary and he swept it straight to the fielder at fine leg with Shepherd, and there is no run. McCoy really got away with that one. Back of the arm, slow delivery, swept it straight to Shepherd. To the right or left of Shepherd, it would have been 4 runs. So well played there, Varma. Thank you for that ball as McCoy moves in over the wicket. Ball to the left-handed Varma, who swings this away high in the air, and it's gone for 6. Is it 6? I think the fielder signal 6, so 6 more. So that brought up the Indian 100. 16 sixes so far, not in this match. I think in the series so far. So that brought up the Indian 100. It was in the slot, and Varma just swung it away deep down behind, backward of square leg. Could the fielder have made a bigger effort? It is left to be seen. 100 for 4. We are in over number 15, being bowled by Obed McCoy. This is his third over. Varma is on 46, over the wicket, ball to Varma, full toss, low full toss, and he clips this down between mid-wicket, between the man at backward square leg and the mid-wicket, who comes around off the boundary and field, and they go back for 2. So 102 for 4. Tilka Varma has moved up now to 48. With him, Hardik Pandya, who is on 7. So Pandya is on 7. 48 from 37 deliveries. Varma is really looking good. McCoy in his third over, I've gotten none for 11 so far. His first 2 overs went for 3 runs or so. McCoy over the wicket, ball to Varma down the leg side, wide signal by the umpire, 103 for 4. So that was a little wayward there from McCoy. We cannot now loosen the grip. We need to keep this very tight. Very tight. Pandya is on 7. Varma is on 48. India winning the toss and decided to bat our 103 for 4. One change to the team. It is said that Kuldeep Yadav got it. Kuldeep Yadav got it during some practice or some warm-up, and so Ravi Bishnoi, the right-arm leg spinner, has replaced the mystery spinner, the left-arm mystery spinner. Varma, Seckers, and Wade and McCoy. That's a nice tight line to him this time. And he just turns it past the umpire down to the fielder coming off the backward square leg boundary, and they're through for a single. 104 for 4. Where we are in over number 15. 49 now. Varma moves up to 49. Pandya comes into strike. He's on 7. McCoy been bowling the 15th over of the Indian innings. The current run rate has just ticked over 7. For a long while, it was below 7, but yet it has just ticked over 7. As we watch McCoy now, he will continue. over the wicket ball to Pandya, who drives through the offside. It will goes down to the man on the cover boundary who field and send the return in. They are through for a single, 105 for 4. So Varma on the verge of his first T20 off century. He's 49 not out. He's going to face up now to Abed McCoy, the West Indies left-arm medium pacer, who I have seen bowl 140 plus in the past, and we hope West Indies can get him back to that position where he can bowl 140 plus. Rovman Paul clapping away and encouraging his bowler over the wicket, ball to Varma. Just open the face of the bat, guides it down to backward point, and there is no run. He remains. Yes, they went through for a single. Sorry about that. They did go through for the single. That's his 50. So 50 for Varma. Pandya is an 8. India at the end of over number 15 or 106 for 4. Road to TK. So thank you very much. Thank you, Marisa Wilson. Thank you. Dexter Clemens, watching from Guyana. Welcome, Dexter Clemens. Are you at the ground? Myers get early swing. If he did not try, we would never know what is possible. But it wasn't the first over. I don't think it was the first over that he bowled. My memory is that I think it was the 8th over that he bowled. He didn't start the bowling, did he? I think it was the 8th over. So that's why I was wondering if Myers did not open the bowling and India were in trouble, why did he need to bowl the 8th over, I think, and it went for 12 runs, But then on the power low, Myers has been nice in the field, so he's feeling well. That's very nice, and I'm glad that you brought that up to show that we are not only here eating out at the players, but we are really saying what they do and what we think. That Abed McCoy drop could end up really costing us. Brian H. He should have taken it while he reached there, and it could, because Varma is going to continue to play shot. That's true, Brian. So Dexter's saying that's true. So this one is whipped away by Varma, and they go through for another single. He moves up to 51. Hardik Pandya is an 8. We hope Hussain can get a wicket in this over. Over number 16. Get rid of Hardik, because Hardik can really go to when he's ready. So we need really to out him here. And if what our captain Powell said, the pitch will play better as the day goes through, so it might be playing better now. Pandya secures as Hussain round the wicket, ball to him. He swings this high in the air. As he got the distance, you bet he has it gone all the way. So 6 runs, he moves up to 14, high over mid-wicket. The 17-6 of the series. India now pushed on in over number 16 to 113 for 4. So that one was tossed up a little by Hussain. Nice rev on it, but the slug sweep came out from Pandya and he hit it high over cow corner over the boundary for 6. So Hussain there conceding 6. Not bowling as tight as he did in the previous match. 1 for 27 from his 3.2 overs. So Pandya and Pooran have had a little chat there. It doesn't seem to be all that friendly. It does not seem to be all that friendly. These Indians have been very arrogant. This is not a really friendly series as Hardik secures. Hussain round the wicket, bowl to Pandya, short, taken on the pad, loud appeal. No run there, so that one was fired in by Hussain, came in with the arm. Pandya looking to pull, misses, and Pooran is having a word with him. And in his arrogant self, he's just shaking his head. Give it to him, Pooran, give it to him. As Hussain round the wicket, bowl to Pandya, short, and he's off the back foot. Beat the man at cover, and it will run out to the sweep on the boundary. Johnson Charles, and they are through for a single. The score moves up to 114 for 4. Pandya is on 15. Varma is on 51. The attitude of the Indians are just not good. And we did not start this. They started it. Their attitude is just not good. And it is just so arrogant. They're just so arrogant. Round the wicket, Hussain bowl to Varma short, and he swings this high in the air. As it got into the start, he's out this time. He's out, taken in the deep. Varma goes for 51. Who's that taking the catch there off the boundary? It looks like Reefer is on the field, or is it McCoy? I'm not seeing. My screen is rather dark. Was it McCoy that? As I told you, I have to search and search through. So the stream that I'm looking at, it's not the best. Was that McCoy? Or who was it that take the catch? It's going to come up. Yes, it was McCoy. So McCoy, redeemed himself, albeit just about 12 runs later. So McCoy took the catch. Hussein got another wicket. Just look back at the video. Look back at the video. What did I say? Did I say that he was going to get a wicket in this over? Or I hope that he got a wicket in this over? Just look back at the video. But I did say that wicket was coming up in this over. So India have lost their 5th wicket. They are 115. Yes, wicket. Everyone in the chat is saying wicket. So clearly, thank you, Bonnie Benfon. Thank you, Bonnie Benfon. Yes, Kamara Williamson, I agree with you. So my feed, I think, is a bit behind. I hope we'll catch up though, because everyone in the chat was saying wicket, even before it really happened on my screen. So Akstar Patel has walked out at number 7, 115. So they are 115 for 5 in over number, is it 16 or 17? So Hussein picking up his 2nd wicket here. Did he put his hands in his ears this time? Because he did it just now, like he said. So you boy cricket forum, here's something more to talk about. So he didn't take my advice. He did it again. So let's watch. We are in over number 16, being bowled by Akil Hussain. Let's watch. As the new batsman is Aksar Patel. So this is really the last of the recognized Indian batsmen. If we can get these 2 wickets now, we should be able to restrict them to probably 130, 135. As Kemar Williamson said, we need to get them below 155. Round the wicket, ball to Aksar Patel, shot outside the off stump. He just stroked this. He just forced it down to the field. That coming off the cover boundary, and they're through for a single. So he's off the mark right away. 115 for 5. At the end of over number 16. So Hussain has finished his spell. 2 for 29. Another good spell there from Hussain. 2 for 29 off his 4 overs. So that is why I'm saying that Myers never need to bowl that over. I did not see the need for Myers bowling that over that went for 12. I clearly did not understand, because if he never opened the bowling and the bowlers are bowling well, why do you need to give Myers an over? Myers should only get an over unless the bowlers are not bowling well. To start the bowling with Myers is a defensive position, and you are saying that we are not sure we're going to get through the overs, So let me use Myers. So this is going to be Jason Older. Thank you. Hit the like. Thank you, Brian H. Yes, please slash a like on the button and click on the subscribe. Please. Kamara Williamson. Blame Kohli for the arrogant behavior of these younger Indian cricketers. He embedded that type of culture in them. Okay, well, I guess you are blaming Kohli, but we can also blame Older for that, not Older, Carl Hooper, for that relaxed attitude of the West Indies cricketers, because it really started with Hooper, who embedded this relaxed mindset in them, according to Etmire. He never called a name and said who did it. But it really started in the days of Hooper with this relaxed mindset. Over the wicket, Older bowl to Aksar, who drives down to long off for a single. And the score moves up now to 116 for 5. So Aksar Patel is 2 from 2. With him is the Indian captain, Hardik Pandya. And if we can knock over Pandya now, we'd be in a very good position. Because he's really, while Aksar Patel can score quickly, Hardik Pandya can slaughter and destroy the bowling. So we need to get rid of him. We need to get rid of Hardik Pandya, the Indian captain. Older now. This is his final over. None for 25 so far from 3.2 over. Over the wicket, ball to Hardik Pandya, who drives down to long on. They will jog through for the single. Ravman Powell comes off the long on boundary and field, and they're through for the single. 16 out to Pandya, 117 for 5. Over number 17, being bowled by Jason Older. This is his final over. He has gotten none for 26 so far from 3.3 overs. Reminder that India won the toss and decided to bat. And Pandya, over the wicket come Joseph and bowled to Aksar, not Joseph, Hold and bowl to Aksar, who stands up tall and force it down to the man on the cover boundary who jogs in, send the return in there. And the score moves up now to 118 for 5. Aksar Patel is on 3. Hardik Pandya is on 16. At the toss, Pandya said, we only lost the match because we were unlucky. We played some poor shot. You know, we made some mistakes. So he's going with the same team. And the only reason why he changed the team is that Kuldeep Yadav got an hit. Over the wicket comes Jason Holder, bowl to Pandya, who stands up tall again and forces it to the man at cover on the edge of the circle, and they go through for a single. One delivery to come in over number 17, 119 for 5. Pandya is on 17 from 14. Aksar Patel is on 3 from 4. Holder, the final delivery of his spell. None for 29 so far. Just pray and hope he closes this spell well. And if you prevent a boundary right now, it would be a very good spell. Just prevent a boundary. Holder over the wicket. Bowl to Aksar Patel. High in the air. This looked to be another wicket. Field a circle in underneath it. Oh, it drops in no man's land. It drops in no man's land. Very unfortunately, it was a slow ball. Aksar Patel looking for a big eve. It went high in the air and just dropped just beyond the 30-meter circle, and no one could get it. So lucky escape there for Aksar Patel. And so India moves up now to 120 at the end of the over. Good spell by Holder, just conceding 30 runs from his 4 overs. I know the previous generation of Indian cricketers are umber cricketers in general. Okay. John P. Nicol. There's a gentleman coming on in the break by the name of Dwight Chatu. I really want you to be here to hear what he's saying. I really want you to be here. Carlton, I think Hussein is upset with you. Well. So he's trying to shut me up. Lovely John P. Nicol. Lovely John P. Nicol. Brian H. Man, I thought that was going to be another wicket. Indeed, man. It was in the air. Joseph, in his final over the wicket, ball to Aksar. He tucks him up, but he just tuck it off his hip, down to the man, coming off the backward square leg boundary, sends the return in now to Puran. And the score moves up to 121 for 5 at the beginning of over number 18. Hardik Pandya is on 17. Aksar Patel is on 5. Pandya captain Joseph at the Gujarat Titans, and many persons think that Joseph should have played more matches. So I do not quite sure about the relationship between Pandya and Joseph. Joseph would like to knock him over now. It would be sweet now as he runs in over the wicket to bowl to Pandya, and he bowls to Pandya outside the stump, and he hit this high in the air, gone. That one gone for 6. That one was outside the half stump in the slot. Oh, and he just hit it. He just stood up. He freed his arm and hit it high over long off. That really was in the slot by Joseph, and the score moves up to 127. It was really in the slot. It was there to be hit. And Pandya frees his arm and hit it over long off for 6. That's 91 meters. That's a big 6 there by Pandya. So Joseph there just missing his line and missing his length and floating up one in the slot for Pandya to free his arm. 127 for 5. Pandya moves up to 23. Joseph now, none for 26. He's in his 4th over, ball to Pandya, and Pandya cuts, misses, through to the keeper. That looks to be a slower delivery. Let's see as it doesn't comes up on the screen. The speed has not yet come up on the screen, but they just, yes, 143. It wasn't a slow delivery. He just beat it there. It looks to cut, and he got the bottom edge and through to Puran. And the bounce to Puran. So it wasn't a slow one. It was 143 kilometers per hour. 127 for 5. We are in over number 18. Pandya Sekers as he waits on Joseph. He's on 23. With him, Aksar Patel on 5. India winning the toss and decide to bat. Ball to Pandya short, and he pulls. It will go down to the man on the mid-wicket boundary field, and they go through for a single. The score moves up to 128 for 5. 2 deliveries to come in Joseph over. Can he knock over Aksar Patel now in one of these 2 overs? Knock over Aksar Patel, and one end will be open. But the other 4 who are coming after this are 1-ball batsmen. They got more than 1 ball on when was it? The last match, I think it was Thursday. They got more than 1 ball on Thursday, but that was the exception. Knock over Aksar Patel when we are good. Over the wicket, ball to Patel, who drives, forcing it down to the fielder at mid-off, who comes off the edge of the circle and field, and they go through for a single. 129 for 5. One delivery to come in over number 18, being bowled by Alzara Joseph. 1 for 28 so far from his 3.5 overs. Let's see if he can finish as good as older or even better than older. 2 to come after this. And again, I think it will be McCoy and then Shepherd. I think that's the way they are going. Pandya, Seckers. As Joseph now begins to move in. He passes the umpire just about now and bowl to Pandya. Yorker. Has he yorked him? Yes, he has yorked him. He has yorked him. And West Indies have gotten the breakthrough. They have gotten Hardik Pandya. What I told you, how good Joseph would feel if he knocked over Hardik Pandya. And he just knocked him over and just walked away. Look at that. He just knocked him over. York. And said, hold that skip. Hold that skip. And he just walked away. So he knocked over his captain and said, why you not played me at Burat Titan? And he just walked away. He just took the high five. Well, it was a low five from Puran on that case. And Pandya is gone. India, 129 for 6. I'm loving it. I don't know why Joseph refused to bowl more Yorkers. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bye-bye to the most arrogant captain in 2023. Beautiful Yorker, yes. True, that Yorker was well bowled. Straight Yorker are key on this wicket. So thank you all for your comment. So Joseph must be a happy man at this time. So I'm hoping Dwight Chattu is not covered because there's only 2 overs to go before the break. I would have expected to see him in the studio already, but I've not seen him yet. I hope he's not a coward and he's not backing away. Lovely Yorker, they're showing the replay. I would have expected to see him in the studio as we go through the innings break. So I've not yet seen him. McCoy, down the leg side, slow delivery wide. 130 for 6. So the new batsman is Bishnoi. He's yet to face, as that was the final delivery of the over. So Aksar, oh yes. So here's Dwight Chattu. Yes, man, Dwight Chattu is in the studio. Are you hearing me, Dwight? So we have Dwight in the studio. What do you think so far of the West Indies bowling innings, Dwight? Welcome to the show, Dwight Chattu. How are you? Are you hearing me? So there we have Dwight Chattu. Are you hearing me, sir? I'm not hearing you.
I'm unable to hear you.
I'm not hearing you either. I'm not hearing you. I don't know why. Because everything on my side has been checked out and have been set up. So I don't know why. As the new batsman Bishnoi is on strike, he'll be facing up to McCoy. Over the wicket, ball to Bishnoi, and Bishnoi turns this into the onside, and it will go down to long on. They will go through for a single. And the score moves up to 132 for 6. 132 for 6. Aksar Patel is on 7. With him, Bishnoi is on 1. So Dwight had joined us, but I was not hearing him. I do not know what the issue is. The mic was on. So Aksar Patel looking to swing that away. He got the bottom edge. It trickled down to the man that is older on the long on boundary. They go 2 for 2. He beats the return. And the score moves up to 134 for 6. 134 for 6. So Dwight Chattu just messaging me that he's not hearing me. I don't know what was wrong there, but I was definitely hearing him. But he was not hearing me. I was hearing you though, Dwight, so I don't know what was wrong. So please slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. 134 for 6. Obed McCoy, the 4th delivery of over 19. 134 for 6. Ball to Aksar Patel, who hit this down to long on. It's running very close to the boundary. Powell cannot cannot cut it off, and it goes into the boundary for 4. So India has moved up now to 138 for 6. We are in over number 19
Still
being
cannot
bowled.
hear you.
Are you here? You're still not hearing me?
I'm sorry, I'm unable to hear you. I'm not hearing you very well. I'm not hearing you at all.
You're not hearing me at all. Whoa, I don't know why. I don't know why you're not hearing me, but you should be able to hear me. You should be able to hear me, Dwight. I am hearing you, Dwight, so I don't know. You should be able to hear me. I don't know why you're not hearing me. You want to try again, please, one more time and see. Just check all your settings and see, please. So the score is now on. I sent you a message. I sent you a message. So the score is now on 139 for 6. We are in over. The final delivery of the 19th over to be bowled by McCoy. He's over the wicket, bowled to Bishnoi, who swings this away. Down in the gap between mid-wicket and backward square leg, but the fielder moves smartly after backward square leg. And there's 1 run. The score has now moves up. Kemar Williamson, I noticed 139 for 6, 1 over left. We are hearing him. Yes, Mr. Casanova, we are hearing you, Dwight. Dexter is saying, well done, Shepherd. Oh, there's another wicket. So there's another wicket that's gone down. Aksar is gone. So Aksar Patel is gone. Aksar Patel is gone. So just a minute here. I'm trying to get Dwight here. I'm trying to get Dwight. Just give me a minute. Please, just give me 1 minute. So Aksar Patel is gone. So Aksar Patel gone. So Shepherd again bowling a very nice over there by Aksar. Yes, West Indies should win this match from here. West Indies should win this match from here. Let's see what will happen here. Whoa. Yeah, I'm here. We are hearing you, Dwight. So I don't know why you're not hearing me. So please just check. Are you using a laptop?
Carlton.
Yes, you're hearing me? Are you hearing me, Dwight? Yeah, man, but we are hearing you, so I don't know why you're not hearing me. But are you using a laptop or are you using a cell phone? Yes, but we are hearing you loud and clear. So at the end of the over, I will give you the thumbs up. If you are not hearing me, because we are hearing you, I will give you the thumbs up when you are to start.
But how will I hear any questions that
the question will come up on the screen. Just look on the screen and you'll see the questions.
Well, that's unusual.
Yeah.
Conduct it in silence like that.
Well, we are hearing you. Just I don't know, but okay. Yes, let's
we'll try. Let's try it.
Okay, good. So Shepherd seemed to improve as a death bowler, as a chat coming through. So Aksar is gone. So my thing is behind. So that is live TV, live TV, making a phone call live and TV. We can hear you both. Yes, John P. Nicol, but he's not hearing me. So I do not know what's the issue on his end. Because if he's not hearing me, there must be an issue on his end and not my end. Something probably with the speaker or so on, and especially if you are hearing me both. So I'm on my screen, Arshdeep Singh is batting 139 for 7. I know that you're ahead of me. Shepherd ball to Arshdeep Singh and he swings high in the air. Let's see what will happen. Oh, the top edge and it goes into the boundary for 4. So maybe so you say that Franklin, the New Zealander, is probably transforming. And that would be good. But credit, as Powell said in that interview with the Indians, as Powell said, credit is due. Credit must be given where credit is due, because these Indian journalists, they are very arrogant. Their line of questions have been so arrogant and demeaning. It is a clear attempt at undermining West Indies' victory. And I love how Powell answered that question. Powell never did it. Crown himself in glory in that interview when the West Indies were asking him questions. He said a lot of things that I know that he wished he had not said. But in responding to the Indian journalists with their arrogance, he said, listen, my man, credit due where credit due. Credit should be given where credit is due. And so that was well done. So Bishnoi is on 1. This is what? 3 deliveries to come. Are you hearing me now, Chateau?
Yeah, I'm hearing you very well.
Dwight, are you hearing?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Well?
Yeah, say I
Okay, so
can.
glad to be hearing you, Dwight. So that one gone for six, just about two deliveries to come, Dwight. And so India at this stage are 150 for seven. Kemar, you had said that you do not want them to pass 155. They're approaching that, but not Joseph, Shepherds need to finish this spell very well now. That one was in the slot. And Bishnoi down on one knee, swiped it over long on, ball to Bishnoi again, and he swings this down to the man coming off the mid-wicket boundary and field, and they're through for a single. So the score will now move up to 151 for seven. We are the final delivery to come of the Indian innings, having won the toss and decided to bat and make one change. Kuldeep Yadav, who they said got an hit during training, was replaced by the right-arm leg spinner Vinay Bishnoi. So we're coming to you very shortly, Dwight. What do you think about the West Indies performance in this innings, Dwight?
I'm actually impressed with how the team has played over these two games.
Yes.
I'd hope, like one of your fans, that we had been that we were able to hold them to below 150. But it's nice to see the energy in the team. It's nice to see the way in which they have gone about their business, and I'm looking forward to see how we bat.
Okay, thank you. The final score was 152 for seven. So
Mhm.
as I promised, we have with us Dwight Shatu. Now, Dwight
Mhm.
Shatu believes that he has the answer to West Indies' talent drain and will be here now to make his presentation. As usual, you're allowed to ask Dwight Shatu questions. And so, Dwight Shatu, is over to you, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Carlton. Thanks for having me. Want to welcome you. Want to say want to also say hi to your listeners who are listening. Um, Carlton, I think I share the view of every West Indian fan when I express a lot of disappointment with how our team has played over the last couple of decades, and I also believe that I share the view of every West Indian fan when we say that for things to improve, for things to get better, where a team becomes successful again, we have to make significant changes in the way in which we conduct the business of our cricket. And I'm not going to jump and say that I have this solution, but I believe that I have ideas which are very, very useful, and that I personally think that we should look at seriously in realizing some of the changes that we want in West Indies cricket. There are two particular areas that I think that we need to focus on, and the first of those, the first of those two is our pathway program that we have now. What we have now in developing our cricketers from the under 19 level all the way up to an international cricketer level is that we look to have a regional competition where we have the traditional Barbados versus Guyana, Jamaica versus Trinidad type competition. The problem that we have had with that is that because of the lack of a lot of talent within the region itself, we have a lot of teams that basically has maybe one good bowler that's playing against other teams that may have one or two good batsmen. And so when these cricketers come through that system and they are thrown into the cauldron of international cricket, they realize that they're coming up against teams where even after they see of the first bowler or the second bowler, that there are other quality bowlers that they have to play against. Even after a bowler gets rid of what he thinks is a good batsman, he still has to bowl against other high quality batsmen. And I think the first adjustment that should be made, and it's something I've called for years, and it's something that I see them trying to implement, but I think we need to go further, is that we need our best cricketers to play each other more often. So we see it right now in the Weeks Headless series. But what we have with the Weeks Headless series is much too short. We need to lengthen that. We need to lengthen that and maybe have three teams which are selected from the best 42 players out of our regional competition, and also throw in an academy side. We end up with four teams, and we can have six, each team playing 6 games against each other, and we have the best playing against each other. That best playing against the best, I believe, will make significant improvement in our cricket versus what we have now. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing I think we need to do is that we need to get our best cricketers representing the West Indies cricket team more often. What we have now is a situation of free agency where the West Indies Cricket Board invests millions of dollars. I mean, the last time I checked their balance sheet, I saw them invested more than 5 million US dollars in the development of cricketers just last year alone. And this is involved in several programs, whether it is the under 15, the under 17, the under 19 program, whether it is the high performance center, which they now call the emergent player academy, whether it is retainer contracts, whether it is coaching, whether it is 18 tours. They spend millions of US dollars developing cricketers. These cricketers come through, they play maybe a year or so of West Indies cricket, and then they believe that they should then decide who they want to play for after that. That man, if somebody in the big bash offering them more money, they will just simply run over there to play for that person. No professional sports organization that is serious about the business of developing themselves and developing and becoming stronger has that sort of model. And I believe that these cricketers should be asked to repay that debt that they owe West Indies cricket in developing them. And if that discussion cannot realize serious change, then I think a contract should be placed in front of every 19-year-old that has plans of playing international cricket. That contract we should put a development and exposure contract in front of them before they make their debut in first class cricket. And they are asked to sign and agree to committing to play for the West Indies for the first 6 years of their professional life, whenever the West Indies Cricket Board wants to use their services. If we have that system, we will have a situation where our best cricketers are available to us. People will ask me whether or not this will stymie the ability of these players to make money. That happens to every person who enters professional sport. We have heard of rookie contracts. We have seen the first contract that most footballers have. That's not necessarily the best deal that they can get out there, but it's structured in such a way so that one, the team is able to have a return on the investment that they have made in that player. And we should go a similar way, that we ask these players to commit to playing for us for the first 6 years of their professional, of their international, of their professional career. And if that player should say, no, I don't want to play for West Indies cricket, then that player is asked to pay the West Indies Cricket Board a percentage of what they earn whenever they go off to play in any of these leagues. And we can call that solidarity payments. Now, those are the two ideas that I have. And I think with these ideas, we will see significant jump. We'll see a significant jump in the type of cricketer we have coming through to play international cricket for us, and a commitment in having these players play for the West Indies cricket team when we have assignments. That basically is my presentation.
Dexter Clemens, you see the comment on the screen there. Dexter Clemens is saying that he's agreeing with you. A contract is needed. But what about those persons who think that we shouldn't go as the West Indies, but the West Indies should be, the country should go by themselves? So this brand West Indies is no longer feasible.
I think the idea of each country going it on their own is an idea that sounds radical and an idea that sounds inviting. But when you sit and you look at the details of such an idea, it really is not feasible. I mean, I think what we want is for the West Indies cricket team to play better and to be able to compete with the big boys. By asking us to go in and play as Jamaica or as Trinidad or as Dominica. In fact, I doubt that we'll have a Grenada or a St. Vincent playing cricket if we go that way. What we're looking at is shifting ourselves right now from being maybe the 12th best country to maybe being the 25th best country. All right? Because we still will have to compete with the big guys to be able to perform. In
Maybe
going,
104.
go ahead.
No, I said Bobby Bonds is saying that you saw the comment on the screen there. You can see the comment.
I'm
I
seeing
laugh.
it now.
Yeah, that's what Bobby Bonds is saying. That he laugh every time when people say these cricketers owe nothing to West Indies. West Indies literally made them. I agree with this man. A player should be mandated to the first 10 years. So he's even saying more than 6. He's saying 10. I mean, I'm surprised that you are being agree with, you know. So Dexter Clemens is saying that it will ensure that they repay. You're seeing the comments?
Yes, I'm seeing the comments. Carlton,
Yeah.
recently we just completed what is called the regional under 19 competition. Because I've heard people look at me and say the West Indies Cricket Board did not.
They are taking the field, but I would like you to respond to this comment from John P. Nicol. So I just go through. Yeah, you saw the comment?
Dwight, number 1 suggestion is genius. Sorry to say his number 2 suggestion is not logical. But why is it not logical? I'd like to understand why it's not logical. Every other cricketing territory, cricketing nation I'm seeing, has some sort of strategy to ensure that they have their best cricketers playing against each other. We have retainer contracts, yes. But when we look at a team like Pakistan, Pakistan has a very clear system in place and very clear rules about what their cricketers can and can't do. Their cricketers can't play IPL cricket. Their cricketers, I think, can only play, I think, in one other league apart from the Pakistan Super League. And they offer them retainer contracts, but they don't allow them to go off and just play cricket to anybody and then have the national team suffer. There is a broad recognition at that level of international cricket that a significant investment has been made in the cricketer. And when people say, oh, what I'm saying is not logical, I think they're just not aware of the realities. In fact, as we speak right now, there are concerns being echoed in England by the directors of cricket at the different counties about the ills of T20 cricket. I think there is a lot of agreement at the international level that something should be done. It's either you're going to make solidarity payment back to these boards for using these players, and I don't think the solidarity payment should be up to the player as to what percentage he wants to contribute. All right, I think the boards have to agree with the percentage, or we have a mechanism to force these cricketers to play for them. And that was the original idea of the NOC. The NOC, when it came in, when these T20 leagues came about, the idea of the NOC was to force cricketers to play for their countries whenever needed. So I don't understand.
Casanova is saying no. Mr. Casanova is saying no.
He's saying no, that what? That the NOC was not designed for that? If you read,
I do not know exactly what he's saying, no about. But here's another person. Gerald Brown is saying that he fully endorses your pathway. So there's a lot of persons agreeing with you and not agreeing with you. And I think maybe, Dwight, you should really come back when a match is not going on. I think if you should come back when a match is not going on, because the game has started, King has gotten a 1 ball, and so the attention has now shift back to the game.
No problem. Carlton,
I really appreciate you being
available. I'm available whenever it's convenient to me. When it's convenient to you. So just give me a call and I'll come on your program and we can discuss this in a more fulsome way.
Yes, because the discussion, the discussion, a number of persons are agreeing with you, which I see bringing a smile to your face. But there are also some questions here that you would need to answer. So So I really wanted to come back, but the game has started and they are tuning in. So thank you for being here, Dwight. I'm glad that you made it. And you see that it wasn't that difficult, though.
It was a pleasure being here. Thanks again, Carlton.
All right, thank you. Welcome. Charles gone. Okay, so West Indies. So Charles has eased that one away. So West Indies have lost their second wicket. So, it is very difficult. So Charles has gone too. So they're comments saying that Charles has gone. TD saying that Charles has gone. Cameron Williams, so what are you saying? You're saying that sounds good in theory, but is it really practical? and pertinent to the point about 3 or 4 teams with the best set of players is a good idea. But what about getting them being good cricketers before, you know? So 2 for 1, so but the chat is saying that Charles gone. The chat is saying that Charles gone. Another wicket, 2 for 2. So let's see what happened here. 2 for 2. It is not the top order batsmen sting. Brian H is saying that the top order batsmen sting. You know, I'm just not getting the feed, so it's really difficult. So I'm pleased. Thank you for being here. Things not right. Things just not right this morning. Things just not right. So thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day. Hope West Indies pull this one off.